Hi, nice to meet you.
Same here.
So how do you like the event so far here?
I think they are blessed with venues. They have great stages like this. We experienced the Italian Square yesterday. That is the world-class locations. I met a few really good people. Yeah. So, and having an event like this at this time is like a lottery win for the neighborhood. So they got their timing right.
From how time have you been living here in Albania? Or did you just came?
We just came 10 days earlier because I like to get a feeling for places and for people. And it takes me a few days to kind of arrive. And this is why we came. We had a good time being here last week and just exploring the place and exploring local places, meeting people who live here permanently, etc. So we did that.
Is it your first time here in Albania?
Yes.
How do you like it so far?
It's a contradiction.
Okay.
Yeah, so the way how you operate at this stage, what you communicate with the rest of the world, is kind of the opposite of what they experience here. So if you look at perception, yeah, so if you look at branding, and if you think about Nike shoes or Apple phones, you have a certain perception. And right now we have a great perception to keep people away.
Okay.
Yeah, so you do a really good job if you have if the objective is to keep them away. The perception works. If we came here because we have a trusted person who is from here, lives internationally, but grew up in Tirana, and she asked us to come. 7 months ago, she reached out and said, "Can you please support us?" And I trust her. She's an authentic person with high integrity. So this is why we came. But Albania's perception right now is what it is. It's kind of, for me, it's like an unpolished diamond, yeah, and you can keep it that way. That's okay. If you want to polish a diamond, that's your choice. So opportunities like what you're doing right now here allow you to polish a diamond if this is what you want to do. The risk you run is that a few thousand people will come and spend the winter here. That's a risk you run. And they might work from here, they might bring their children here, and they will spend 4 or 5 months in the winter, as an example, in Albania. If you want that, you can do it, but you will have to change your perception.
So you're saying we're not good at promoting Albania, right?
No, I'm not saying that. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you have a perception right now. Put it this way, Maya, my daughter, who's 9 years old, in the first three days, she said, "Papa, it feels safe here."
Cars actually stop.
The cars actually stop.
I have been in Croatia, and what they do, a green light on a zebra crossing. They drive almost like this far away from your toes and cut you off in the middle of the zebra crossing. Like, are you blind? Are you crazy? Like, what are you doing?
And imagine we're always complaining for this.
And that's okay. I had that experience when I spoke to local people and mentioned Maya's comment. But Maya has lived in different places. She has seen parts of the world. Where I'm coming from, if you have a 9-year-old German girl walking around Tirana feeling safe and saying, "Hey, Papa, it's safe," I can tell you, if you run a research in Germany right now, what their perception of Albania is, they do not believe that a 9-year-old girl looking like Maya would feel safe and say, "By the way, they stop." So they wouldn't say safe is not necessarily what they associate with Albania today. So, but you have people like her who came, who spent time here, and who come to that conclusion. So if you want to have more people coming, potentially working remotely and spending the winter here, you can, because she came here for this event. Yeah, she came here for 2 weeks. That's her feedback. Yeah, if you communicate that, or if you have people like her communicating it, that's powerful.
Awesome. What about innovation? What do you think we can do to develop a little more our country?
It's very simple. Innovation normally comes from the outside. If you're used to something, they call it tradition. Yeah, and then they're all stuck and holding on to tradition. Innovation comes from the outside. So you're already very United Nations feeling here. So people speak multiple languages, people are open to cultures, people can celebrate whatever religion they want. So you're very United Nations from that perspective. If you make that known, you will have people coming, and they will bring new ideas, they will bring new concepts. It's a natural process. You cannot force innovation within the same system which is traditional, has never worked. Why are the leading innovation companies and tech companies managed at this stage by Indian guys? Because they all immigrate to America. Yeah, if you look at an Apple phone, it was a Syrian refugee kiddo called Steve Jobs who did it. So where I'm coming from, it wasn't somebody who lived in America for 3 generations. Yeah, with a cowboy hat. He didn't create Apple. Yeah, neither Google. These were all immigrants. So we could use the term immigrants, people who visit, right, and stay longer. So you don't have to have that, but you can have remote workers who come for a few months, and they will bring a lot of ideas, a lot of concepts, have dialogues with people. The kids will spend time together. That's a huge upskilling, if you want to use that terminology, and know-how transfer, which you then cannot stop, and that will lead to innovation.
Awesome. Would you suggest Albania now and on to your friends, to people you know, to live or maybe just to visit?
I don't differentiate those things. If you like being somewhere, you can stay longer. You can always create a home. You can come back for a few months. These are options. We're living in 2022. Yeah, you can have an email address. You don't need a physical address all the time. So I think people can spend quality time here, enjoy a great lifestyle, amazing tomatoes, amazing potatoes, nice people who are authentic. So one thing I experienced here, people really care. So to us, they really do. And if you go to tourist countries, which are focused on tourists, they don't really care. They want to make sure they leave after 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, it's a little bit different here. So can Albania be a great place for people who want to connect with the local life? Yes. Better than all the other places I've seen.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Anytime.
Thank you.
Thank you.